Paired against Bobby in the New York State Open that year, I noticed that he was taking a long time to move. Then I saw that he had fallen sound asleep. In a few minutes, the flag on his clock would fall and he would lose on time. That's not the way I like to win games, tourneys or titles. So I made what some called my biggest blunder of the tournament. I awakened Fischer. Bobby yawned, made a move, punched his clock and proceeded to beat me. It ended up as game 45 in his My 60 Memorable Games. Later I heard that Fischer had stayed up late the previous night playing speed chess for money. Arthur Bisguier. Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and in this video I want to share with you that same game during which Fischer fell asleep. This is a game played in 1963 at New York State Open. The future world chess champion was playing with the white pieces and American chess grandmaster Arthur Bisguier is on the black side. This is a game played in round 6. Fischer opened up with e4, to which Bisguier answered with e5. Knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4. Italian game is on the board, and here is what Fischer writes about this move in his book My 60 Memorable Games. During the game, I will rely more on Fischer's comments, which are again taken from this wonderful book. The last time I played this move in a tournament was when I was 12, at the 1955 US Juniors Championship. Knight f6 by Bisguier, two nice defenses on the board, inviting knight g5, with which white is targeting this vulnerable pawn on f7, and d5. E takes d5, knight a5, bishop b5 checks c6, d takes c6, b takes c6, bishop e2. Other popular retreating square is d3, with which white is securing the e4 square for the knight. In the game we see bishop e2, h6, knight h3. The alternative is knight f3, and here is what Fischer writes about this move, which is considered to be an old-fashioned move. To my knowledge, this is the first time that this move had been employed in Grandmaster chess for over 70 years. It is one of Steinitz' many unique opening contributions. The famous cable match game in 1891 between Steinitz and Chigorin, which ended in a victory for black, apparently caused the chess world to shy away from this variation. In here we see bishop c5 by Bisguier, bishop d6 is an alternative, after which both players castled kingside. d3, bishop takes h3. This is how this line goes. White is allowing black to damage his kingside, but of course there is nothing wrong with white's position. Queen d7, bishop f3. Other alternative is bishop g4, but apparently Fischer wanted to keep alive his light squared bishop. That's why in here we see bishop f3. White is giving up this pawn, but in return is using the light squared bishop as a defensive shield. At this point we first see knight d2, and only after rook a d8 white played bishop g2. Queen f5, queen e1, queen f3 looks more active, but looks like that still Fischer wanted to keep alive the queens. Rook f e8, knight e4, bishop b6, and knight takes f6. Fischer was worried with knight d5 followed by knight f4, that's why he's going for the exchange of knights as soon as possible. King h1, c5, and queen c3. With his last move, black not only wanted to centralize his knight, but also go for c4. That's why with queen c3 Fischer stopped that idea. Knight c6, and there it goes f4. Knight d4, queen c4. This time with c3 Fischer wants to drive away black knight. Queen g6, and there comes c3. Knight f5, f takes e5, rook takes e5, bishop f4. All in all we have an equal game, nothing special. Rook e2, bishop e4, and rook takes b2. Well, so far so good. As I've already mentioned, both players had equal chances, but this is a terrible blunder. As Fischer said, a pity that just when the game was getting interesting, black has to make this terrible mistake. Instead, it was better either to play rook e8 or offer the exchange of queens. Queen e6 is also playable. And yeah, we have an equality on the board. Instead we see rook takes b2, and let's see what's the problem with it. Here comes bishop e5. There it goes. Now this pin is going to be lethal for black, which actually came as a surprise for Bisguier. And here is what Fischer writes. Bisguier slumped and his chest collapsed as he saw that black cannot avert the loss of a piece. Rook e8 was made by Bisguier and he lost the knight on f5. By the way, you have to be very careful because your bishop should always guard this g2 square. That's why we see rook takes f5 at the same time protecting the bishop. At this point Bisguier made a desperate move and after rook takes e5 capitulated it. I tried hard, but unfortunately I failed to find at which point exactly Fischer fell asleep. I hope that you liked the game, especially the story behind it, and in the end let's also solve a chess puzzle. Please take a look at this position and try to find the winning line for white. The task is very easy and as usual we'll wait for your answer in the comment section. Feel free to check out my early uploads as well. We'll see you in my next video. Take care.